Happy Tuesday, folks. In today's video, we're going to be going over Lions and Bengals. What is the line there? And it's a high line. And we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about the cornerback position, and potentially the Lions could be looking to acquire some talent at that cornerback position. We'll get into the latest rumors on that one there. Power rankings, what does the media have for the Detroit Lions after the win versus the Cleveland Browns? We got epically great news regarding Alim McNeill and the NFL trade deadline. Let's jump into the game that's going to be happening on Sunday. The Lions are a huge favorite. 10.5 points. Lions traveling to Ohio to face the Bengals. The total over-under is 49.5. Underdogs, obviously, Bengals at 10.5. Take the over. I will take over 49. I watched that Bengals game last night, and the Lions offense is going to run the football beyond belief. If you're a David Montgomery fan, I think this is his game. They were Swiss cheese in that defense in regards to the run game, and in the pass, the Lions, I think, are going to do a killer job. Now, no Lions. We don't have DJ Reed. He's not going to be in this game. We don't know if Terry Arnold's going to be in this game. But the Lions, they have enough. Absolutely have enough to get that victory there. You know, when you look at this game, it should be a great game for the Detroit Lions offense. It really should be. We should have a ton of yards rushing. We should be able to pass the ball at ease. The defense of the Bengals, we went from facing the Browns that are the #1 defense in the NFL to going to probably, like, I don't know, last ranked defense, one of the worst in the NFL. So the Lions should be able to move the ball on them. And plus, the Bengals are coming off a short week where they got banged up against the Denver Broncos. So I'm going to have the Lions there. I would take the over on both. Who do you guys got winning the game? Do you have the Bengals winning the game? Put B. Do you got the Lions? Put L. We got great news from Dan Campbell. Let's get into it right now. And this is about Alim the Dream McNeill. It just gets better and better and better. He says, yeah, I think we're going to be able to see if he can go, and that's very comfortable he is, Dan Campbell said. Really? How much of it is about? How does he look like? How does he feel? I think it'd be real nice to try and see what if it would be. But if we're not going to say for sure, all right, this is when you're playing, there's no doubt about it. Let's just see where he's at. Speculation is he could start that 21-day window tomorrow or by Thursday, whatever. And then so it looks like they're going to start the 21-day window this week. It's going to happen this week. Alim McNeill could be back. You know, in theory, he could be back this weekend. I don't think that'll be the case. I would expect, when I think about the return of Alim McNeill, why not do it during the Buccaneers game? Monday Night Football. It's after we face Kansas City and the Bengals. That it would be perfect time for him to return. And against a huge game in the NFC, Lions and Buccaneers. And then right after that, we can go into the bye week and rest up. What do you guys think about that? Let me know your thoughts. I want to talk to you really quick about one of my favorite foods, favorite sponsor of today's show, and that is Omaha Steaks. OmahaSteaks.com. You can get USDA certified sirloin steaks, juicy burgers, cozy and convenient comfort meals, plus tailgating favorites such as chicken wings and smash burgers, and big deli-styled franks. And now during the Red Hot Sale event, you can get 50% off Siwa and OmahaSteaks.com. Plus, our listeners get an extra $35 off with the promo code LIONS at checkout. These burgers are fantastic, folks, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm very high in the sirloin steaks, and that they're the very best that I have had in a long time. They offer unrivaled quality and a variety of every bite that is packed with a 100% guarantee. So take advantage of OmahaSteaks.com by going to the site right now and get 50% off the Red Hot Sale event. Plus, if you put the promo code LIONS, you'll get $35 at checkout. See side for details. Lions injury front's getting a little bit better right now, right? You got Alim McNeill. He's going to probably be activated this week. You have Joshua Pascal at some point. It should be relatively soon when he comes back within weeks, right? He could be activated as well. Malcolm Rodriguez. So he could be activated at some point within any time frame whenever he's ready. But the Lions are starting to get healthy. We lose DJ Reed to a hamstring. He'll be back in a couple weeks. I expect It could be after the bye week or the Tampa Bay game. That's probably where I would put him at. I would probably wait till after the bye week, give that hamstring even more rest. We need him for sure for the playoffs, most definitely. I know we need help at the corner position, but I do think that Amik Robertson can hold the fort down for a little bit. Terry and Arnold, he'll be in there even though he is, it's been rough. Rock Ya-Sin, I think he can do a good job. If they wanted to put him at safety, he could be at safety. And if they want to move Brian Branch into the slot, they could do that. So I think the Lions, it sucks that we have injuries right now to the cornerback position, but every team's got injuries right now. So, I mean, it's just the way it is. It could be worse, right? We could be the Bengals and not have a starting quarterback. So I think that the Lions situation is fine with the injuries. It's not like it was last year, at least starting right now. And we're starting to go in the right direction of health, the right direction. So who do you got winning the game? L for Lions or B for Bengals? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's get into these power rankings here. We got the Athletic. Lions are sitting at 3 from last year from the 5th rank. A lot of people are going 3. It makes sense. That's kind of where honestly, man, I think the Lions will beat the Eagles, but you got to show Eagles respect. They're 4-0. USA Today last week, they had 6. They're going 5 here. I think the 3 is the right spot. I think 5's a little bit high. I do. I got to keep it a buck. I think it is the Bills, the Lions, and Eagles. They're in the top 3. CBS Sports HQ, Pete Prisco showing some love, 3-3, saying the same spot. Sporting News jumped up 2 spots to 5 from 7. 7 is such a crazy rank. 2 weeks ago they had 16, or last week 12. There were some crazy ranks. So it's a little bit weird in these guys. Sports Illustrated is saying the same with 3-3. The Ringers 3-3 and ESPN 3-3. I think the 3 is the good spot right now. I do. The Bills are amazing. The Eagles are 4-0 Super Bowl champions. So I do think that is the right spot. I would put the Lions at 3 as well. We get to face the Eagles this year. And I do think right now the Eagles are not firing on all cylinders, and I do think that the Lions are. I think the Lions can go to Philadelphia and get that win. I think they can. But that's not right now, right? We still got a lot of time. I do have the Lions beating the Bengals. I think the Lions can go to Kansas City and get that win. Even though Kansas City played a little bit better, they're starting to get a little bit healthier. Still think the Lions are just a dominant team. When you can put up, they actually only scored, 27 points against the Browns, the best defense in football. I fully expect the Lions to do 30 on pretty much any other team. Offensive points, they could put 30 on any team. Right now, that's pretty much proven, right? They could put 30 on any team because of this offense and what they have faced already. So I have a lot of confidence that the Lions right now are going to be a good team. And boy, if we win the next 2 games, we're talking about a 5-1 start. I don't think a lot of people had that, including myself. I didn't have a 5-1 start. So this is great for the Lions here. We got to face the Bengals first. We definitely got to do that. But before we do that, there's a lot of speculation coming out, as you guys know, about the trade deadline. We know the Lions need help at corner, and per Ian Rappaport, with the Seahawks star cornerback Devin Witherspoon returning on Thursday, teams are monitoring the Pro Bowl cornerback Riq Woolen as a possible trade target by the deadline. Sources tell insiders, Rappaport reported Sunday, Woolen playing time has diminished, and in a contract year, teams believe he could be available. Now, what has he done so far this year? Like I said, Devin Witherspoon's taken more of the snaps, but he's had 12 sole tackles, 1 pass defense. Now, his play has fallen off after his rookie year a little bit, right? He's not is perfect, but he is definitely a big corner here at 6'4", 210 pounds. Still young. He's on the final year of his deal right now. Drafted in 2022 in the 5th round. He could help the Lions out. He could help the Lions out. And before we talk about how he could help the Lions out, would you trade for Riq Woolen? Why for yes and for no? Give me your thoughts in the comments right now. And I think he can help the Lions out, and I don't think it's going to cost that much. Man, Heavy.com, they say a realistic trade proposal look like something like this. The Lions trade their 2026 sixth-round pick, Jacksonville, for Woolen in remainder of his rookie deal. That's a great deal. Lions got 2 6th and 2 7th-round picks. All those draft 2 6 and 2 7ths are not making the Lions team in next year's draft. That's a fact. So if the Lions could get Riq Woolen for a 6th-round pick, yeah, you do that. He would help the Lions secondary out. We're already dealing with injuries. And let's keep it a buck. Terrion Arnold was struggling before. It'd be nice to have a bigger body cornerback on this roster as well. It would be really nice to have that size in the back end. It would great depth. You have Riq Woolen, you'd have DJ Reed, Terrion Arnold, Amik Robertson, Rock Ya-Sin. That would make it a pretty solid depth at the cornerback position, even with injuries. I'm all for it for a 6th-round pick. Yeah, he's not he's not been doing as great he did his rookie year, but he's better than what we have right now in the depth-wise. So I would be all for that trade to get that player over here and have better depth. I want to win a Super Bowl, folks. And we have a chance this year to win a Super Bowl. We really do. So why not go in there and make a move? It's not going to cost you much. It will help the defense out. That's what I have to say about that one. But give me your thoughts in the comments below. With that said, folks, adios.